Alright, this is Danny Pepperseed, live and direct for World of Reggae, reporting from the Celebrity Summit, and we're here, you know, on the Love and Harmony Cruise 2018, and next to me is Auntie Marcia Griffiths, you know, like she just performed on the ship, you know, on a very breezy deck. So, Marcia, how you doing?
I am giving thanks. I'm wonderful. Wonderful. We just did our performance, and despite the wind and everything, I managed to pull through and I enjoyed it, you know, because the love that I've been getting since I have been on this cruise, it's unbelievable. It's overwhelming. No money in the world could buy something like this. The love has been so overwhelming. So I just stood there while the boat was rocking so much and the wind was as if it's gonna take me overboard. But give thanks.
Yeah, the wind was really like rough, you know. There was a strong breeze, and well, of course, that's something like on a boat, you know, you can never predict the type of weather, you know, and you cannot really do much like how you can do in a venue. In a regular venue, like you always have an alternative, like you can go indoors, like when you have an outdoor thing. Yeah. Well, with a boat, it's kind of difficult. But you said, you know, the cruise has been showing you so much love. Like we did sail away from Fort Lauderdale like on Saturday. So, you know, it's your first Love and Harmony cruise. So tell us a bit about like the whole experience. You know, let the people know how you as an artist now experienced it.
Well, I undressed the artist and I was here as an individual. And the love that was shown to me ever since I board this ship, I just feel as if I'm one of my fans or my friends. I think they are upgrading now to family, as Beres would say. They are all my family, because it is such a wonderful feeling to know that, of course, God has preserved you, but the fans supported you over the years, and had it not been for the fans, you know, what would have happened? Where would I be? So I really, truly love them. So on this trip, I mean, I've had enough love. I'm rejuvenated right now. I'm truly thankful that I came on this cruise, because so much love. You know, if I get any more love, my goodness.
I shall sing as long as I live. As long as I live, I shall sing, I shall sing. As long as I live, and as long as I live, I shall sing.
Yeah, well, I remember you saying on stage while you were doing your shows, you never get so much love like in the 54 years of your career.
One time, you know, because it's just coming from every single individual. I mean, it's the love that I've been getting over the years, of course, but to be getting it every single day, and you know when people are genuine, you know, you can feel it, and you feel the love coming from everyone. So I just give myself to them, and, you know, I go in the dining room, and wherever I go to eat, you know, of course, we have to say, boy, the food is exceptional. That's the door. And I have to say, when I go to eat, to dine, a lot of the people not expecting me to be there. And I didn't have to go. I could stay in my room and the food would, you know, someone would bring it. But I just wanted to be with them. I wanted to share that feeling and that nice positive vibration that they are generating to me, because this is priceless. So I am, you know, even though I don't love the water, I wish we had another day to just receive that love that I've been getting.
And that's the night always kids used to my share. You run used to rock it. Big youths used to flash it. Brigadier Terry used to cock it. And everyone feeling irate.
set sail like on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, right now it's Wednesday evening, Wednesday night,
Yeah.
and tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, like we're back in Fort Lauderdale, you know. So I just wanted to ask you, like, you wanted it to be longer than this. So, well, I've heard the answer already.
All good things usually come to an end, but of course, the good thing is that we can do it again. Yes, and we can, you know, make it even much better. You know, after having this experience, I really enjoyed it. Every moment of it, I enjoy.
Yeah, it was a great experience, you know. So for people watching, you know, consider next year Love and Harmony Cruise 2019. I'm not sure if Marcia is going to be on it. You know, chances are.
Well,
But
I am not sure I'm going to be on it because, for one, I'm never happy to fly or sail. I prefer to be grounded. But if all things go well, you know, we'll see. We just have to leave it to time and see what happens.
as I mentioned before, yeah, like you have 54 years in the business already, you know, like what are you currently working on? What can we expect from you, you know, because, you know, generally the whole industry regard you as the queen of reggae, and, you know, you're really a role model for young girls coming up in the business, whether they do dancehall or reggae, you know, because you're really like, you know, one of the very few females in the business that really stand out and achieved such a long career like in the business, you know. So what can we expect?
Well, first of all, one of my highlights in my journey is the thought and the fact that I could have inspired all these young upcoming women in the business. It's such a wonderful feeling that, you know, all of these young female singers would refer to me and say they were inspired by me. It is something that I can't even find the adjective to describe it. It's such a beautiful feeling. And to hear them mention me as their role model, it shows me that I must have been doing something good over the years. And I am glad that I could have inspired all of these ladies. So that's one of my highlights. But right now, I just completed an album. It's titled Marcia Griffiths Sings Studio One. It's a whole album with Studio One tracks. And it should be out early June.
Okay, that sounds good, you know, because like, well, in the earlier part of your career, like you have recorded a lot at Studio One, 13 Brentford Road for Mr. Coxon Dodd.
Yeah, that's where I started. And I think that is something that I've always wanted to do, to pay tribute. Studio One has one of the greatest catalogs, I think. And that is where I started. And Mr. Dodd is a person who gave me that opportunity, gave me that baton, and I just ran with it. And I really want to pay tribute. Studio One has some of the best music, with no apology. And I chose some of the best songs to put on this album, and I think it's a good compilation.
I wanna be closer. I wanna be closer. I wanna be closer, closer to you. I wanna be sweeter. I wanna be so much sweeter. I wanna be sweeter, sweeter to you. Singing you is like magic. You make my day
we're definitely looking forward to that, you know, because for the younger people tuning into World of Reggae right now for this interview, Studio One is like what Motown is for Jamaica, you know, or you know, Jamaica's Motown. So it's really like the foundation. So all of the foundation rhythms come from Studio One. There are so many great artists passing through. Well, of course, like Bob Marley is and the Wailers is only like a few names, but talk about the Heptones, talk about Slim Smith, talk about Alton Ellis, Horace Andy, Dennis Brown, all the greats, you know, like it's basically like a reggae university.
Yeah, I used to say that's where you graduate. If you have never gone through Studio One, you never graduate in music, because that was like a breaking ground for most of the great entertainers, great artists.
Yeah, definitely. And well, of course, like you have done like new versions of Studio One tracks, you know, for labels like Penthouse. There was a great track on the Steely and Clevie Play Studio One vintage album, a new version of Melody Live. So who's the producer like for the new project?
It's on the Penthouse label, Donovan Germain.
Okay, well, that's a producer that you've been working with for years and years, you know, so it must be a nice project, you know. Well, we definitely look forward, you know, seeing that coming out like in June, or at least this summer.
Early June. It's been completed.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. You know, it was a pleasure to have you for World of Reggae again. It was a pleasure to see you on the Love and Harmony cruise. So hopefully, like in a future edition of the Love and Harmony cruise, we will see you back, because you know Beres is like a singer that you've been working with. He wrote songs for you. You've done like combinations together, and well, it's always great to see you two together on stage. You know.
Yeah, when working with Beres is always like a magic. You know, we both find it, you know, it's like he brings the best out of me, and he's the only artist that has written most of my songs outside of Bob Andy, who wrote all those songs in the decade of the 60s for me. Beres is the only artist that has written so many songs. And he's the only person that I've done so many collaborations with. I think up to date we have 6 collaborations, even though most people might just recognize the Live On. But I am very happy and comfortable working with Beres. It's like a little magic.
Yeah, you know, like Beres, you know, like a real great artist, great songwriter, you know, and now a great promoter as well with the Love and Harmony cruise.
Yes, he's talented all around.
Yeah, definitely, you know. Well, you know, this was Danny Pepperseed live and direct from the Celebrity Summit, you know, somewhere like in the Caribbean Ocean, you know, Caribbean Sea. We're heading back to Fort Lauderdale, and you know, this was just a great experience, a great 5-6 days, like, you know, going around in the Caribbean, you know.
And tonight was really nice with the all white, you know, beautiful. It's so angelic, and you know, the vibe was just beautiful. Despite the strong heavy wind, as I say, you know.
Well, luckily, everybody stayed on the boat, you know, and nobody did blow off, so.
Well, believe me, for one moment I thought I was going to be blown overboard. I swear.
Yeah, I saw you were kind of scared on stage, you know.
I wasn't comfortable, so I wasn't able to give of myself the way, you know, I would love to dance and get in the music more, because it was a rock and come in thing, you know. So we had to just work with it. And as Beres said, we have to work with wind and fire and water and everything.
Yeah, definitely, you know.
We are all on a mission from God, so that is one of my comforting feeling, you know. we are not just here to entertain and pose. We are on a mission, delivering the message through the medium of the music.
Well, and definitely the people that love that message, you know. So, yeah, a great experience overall and a very nice show.
I just want to thank you for having me, you know, sharing this moment.
As long as I live, shall say, as long as I live, as long as I live, I shall sing.
I shall sing as long as I live. So as long as God preserves me and I am healthy, I will just continue to teach, educate, and uplift through the medium of the music, and to feed everyone's soul with good music.
Well, that's a great message, you know. So yes, live and direct from the Celebrity Summit, on our way to Fort Lauderdale.
Cruising.